There's too much. I can't find it.
Please, I'm not messing around. Even Anna got up. This is the reality of van life. Tonight may or may not mark our last night sleeping in our van. I'm not getting my hopes up, but the odds are greater than not that this van sells in the next couple of weeks to an individual in Oregon that has already seen the van, been messaging a lot back and forth, agreed on pricing, all of those things. So since Friday, we have driven from Grants Pass, Oregon, where we stayed in an Airbnb for 2 weeks, all the way down to, we're driving to Phoenix, but we're outside of Palm Springs right now. So we've driven pretty much the entire length of California, which is crazy, over the last 2 days, and then a little bit tomorrow to get to Arizona. But yeah, we've seen a lot and done a lot, and we were just kind of reflecting on all of our travels and experiences being in this van, like both good and bad. And it's so bittersweet, and I just want to document like how I'm feeling right now, because I know that looking back on this one day, it'll make me feel some kind of way. Yeah, there's been a lot of pros and a lot of cons living in this van since May. I mean, we got this van over a year ago and put so much energy into it. I mean, we picked out every single thing that would go into this van, all the way down to the handles on these cabinets, like paint and where things would go, and colors and tiles and placement, and like I said, handles. Just like every little thing was so thought out, and it was such a dream of ours, and it did serve its purpose. But we are at the point now where it does make sense for us to sell it, and at the same time, we've kind of done what we set out to do. We always said like we would probably only do van life for another year and then want to settle down in a home, whatever. But then when we went on our trip to Florida, we kind of had the realization like this is going to be really hard with both of us working full time and having the animals. And so that's exactly what has happened. It's been really, really challenging. And we ended up deciding that it made more sense to just try to make it like a summer trip van experience and see how we would do. And if we loved it, obviously we would keep the van, and if things went south, then we would try to sell it again. And that's what's happened. You know, we did our trip. We've seen pretty much everywhere that we wanted to see that we haven't been already. And we started in May. We did Colorado, we did Wyoming, we did Montana, we did Washington, we did Oregon. We just drove all the way down through California. We didn't get to stop in and see the national parks that we want to and the other places that we wanted to. But we're moving to Phoenix, and that's not that far away. And we also aren't necessarily giving up on the idea of van life again one day when circumstances are a little bit different and it could be more of a part-time thing. But for now, with our jobs and so much changing and the animals, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't work. It's not working for us. And that's been a really hard pill to swallow, and admit, given our past and our history and how much of a dream this truly was to build out a whole van for the two of us and our pets and travel the country again together and have all the amenities that we do in this van. But it wasn't all to waste. You know, we still did get to do a lot. We still have a lot of memories and have set out on journeys and seen a lot of things that we hadn't before. We've gotten a lot done in the last, 5 months? We've done so much. So I guess overall, I just wanted to check in. Who knows if this sale goes through? We've had this happen a couple times now where it's gotten a little flaky towards the end when we do feel confident that the van's gonna sell. But overall, we'll see what happens. my gut is leaning towards it likely selling. So that would look like once we get to Phoenix tomorrow, we're gonna start apartment searching, get a car, move everything out of the van into first an Airbnb, and then once we get an apartment, get everything into the apartment. Andrew's gonna start a job in Phoenix. Just so much happening. I'll have my own little office and a 2-bedroom, 2-bath, which is really exciting for me instead of working in here. And it's just been kind of crazy lately, you know, Airbnb hopping ever since my surgery, and lots changing, but it's all working itself out. And you know, if this van does sell, that's great. If it doesn't sell, it will eventually. But regardless, that's kind of the plan, is to settle down in Phoenix and yeah, see what happens. It's so weird though, like the other times that we have thought our van might sell in the last like month or so, we've been in an Airbnb, so it wasn't like, I don't know, the van was already empty. Like we already had all of our stuff out of it and it was all cleaned up and, you know, being shown, and we were living in a home basically, and didn't really have the same kind of bittersweet feelings that we're having right now of like, oh, this is likely my last time showering in here. And that's probably my favorite thing that we decided to add in this van, is a shower. Like, it's so handy. I've used it pretty much every day that we've been in this van, and that's probably my favorite amenity that we've been able to add into the van. Whereas like Andrew's is probably the oven, which it is such an awesome oven. I would have that oven in a house. But it's weird when you sit back and you think like, this could be my last night in the van. This could be my last night showering in here. This could be our last road trip in this van after so many months of driving all over the country. And yeah, it's a weird feeling. We've done it before. We've sold a van before, vans before, vehicles before. But this is just different. It feels a little different in both good and bad ways. So I guess what's helping me right now is just reminding myself that the travels are not over. There's always an opportunity down the road to try this again a little bit differently. And maybe once we're more settled and situated, we have the freedom to do weekend trips or short-term trips. And maybe that's in a van, maybe that's in a bus, maybe that's in a different kind of camper, and we're tent camping. You know, who knows what could happen. But I know that this kind of adventurous and travel lifestyle is not gone just because we're selling this van. So lots happening right now, lots going on. Good, all good things. All good things are happening. Change is good, and I've always said that. And I'm excited to see how we like Phoenix. I'm excited to see how this woman likes the van if she does buy it, and excited to see someone else kind of fulfill that dream of van life in a van that we put so much energy and love and money and time into. So we'll see what happens. And I will keep y'all updated. So long, Bobbie. We named the van after Bob Marley because we bought it around the same time we watched the Bob Marley movie, which is so amazing. If you haven't seen it, you should watch it. So long, Bobbie. Last morning in the van. This is the view. McDonald's. Look at where we slept last night. We got here when it was dark out. Couldn't see hardly anything. And right off the main highway, there's this free camping with designated spots, fire pits, like, and so many views. But let me tell you, we are definitely in the desert. This is gonna be new for all of us. Look at Anna. Hi. What do you think?
I love this tree, Jack.
He just laid.
Babe.
Well, I think Amigo approves of being a desert cat. Anna's still trying to figure out.
Over there. I haven't picked it up yet.
From who?
Miley.
Oh. Smile. Our last morning in the van. Slept in such a nice spot. The weather is perfect. We'll be to Phoenix in about 2 hours, 3 hours. Not that bad. Coming to the end of our 17-hour long road trip. We've made it. It's so weird. We're like right outside of Palm Springs, Joshua Tree area, which we've been before. Oh, but it's so nice. The kids seem to enjoy this desert vibe. We gave them new names. Amigo is now Desert Sun. Miley is now Chani. So there's that. It's really pretty. I'm just happy there's palm trees and the sun shining. I want to get a tan. I haven't been tan all summer long, and now I'm like, well, look, it's paying off. I have all year to get tan. Probably the least tan next summer because of how hot it'll be. But this is tolerable. I could sit in this all day long. 9 a.m. and it's perfect outside. Palm trees, still got some mountain views. I could get used to this. This is nice. Hi, Desert Sun.
It says in here it's 73.
All right. Andrew leaves tomorrow to take the van all the way to Oregon from Arizona and sell it. And it's just not sitting well with me. This is probably one of the hardest goodbyes we've had to make. Cleaning her up.
Bittersweet. Last time I'll take a shit in this toilet. Oh, you're recording? Yeah, I shit with my dog. What about it?
What about it?
This is actually really sad. I think it's now hitting that, like... Yeah, this is sad.
Much better. At least you get to bond with it on a 20-hour road trip.
Yeah. So stoked. When I get to drive this thing.
I offered.
20 hours.
I offered.
I mean, it just works out with my schedule.
Yeah,
like, then I'm off and I can do it now. And then we have the title. It just, honestly, everything worked out. But it's definitely bittersweet.
Andrew leaves for his 20-some hour road trip tomorrow morning. He'll be gone for about 3 days to sell the van. So we're saying our goodbyes right now. And it's really weird.
Yeah.
Maybe tomorrow I can drive it to the front door.
Sure, I'd love that. A lot of work went into this thing,
Yeah.
but it just didn't work.
Paint's dry, right?
Yep.
Oh my god.
How's it feel sitting in there?
Feels weird.
Yeah.
Makes me wonder if, like, now that I'm more acclimated to my job, if it would be any different. Because I haven't worked in here since August, early August.
I don't even think it was that. I think it was the factor of I couldn't be in the home, and then Amigo wasn't happy, and then Miley, and there's so many factors
And
that
it
were
would
just...
be so hot.
And then it was hot, and like, it's just... Or even you look at like the other day when it's raining, and it's like, well, what do I do? Sitting here on my phone all day? You know, and so it
Yeah.
really...
I could definitely work in here with my caseload.
If it was just you in a van, in this van, easy, totally different. Same with me. If it was just me in this van alone, traveling the country, it's much different. It's much different. And again, you look and you say, well, if this was just parked outside and we like went on little trips, solo trips, sick, awesome.
Or together.
100%.
Both.
Yeah, it would be super fun. But it's just, it didn't work out as well. So
It just sucks. Just makes me sad.
the other vans where we were selling them, but we're like, yeah, we're, you know, we got a good life out of them, and we used them, and this was supposed to last us a long time.
Well, we said like 1 year, travel for 1 year, and then have it parked for years.
Yeah. And we really only did 5 months. 4 months, really.
But we owned it for over a year.
I know. I am sad, but in a lot of ways, I'm relieved.
Me
This
too.
is gonna give so much relief to me.
Yeah, and I think once it's gone, it'll be easier to kind of just forget about it.
For sure.
And not even forget about it, but just like, okay, move on.
For sure.
But it's like just hard like being in it right now.
Yeah. No, and this is the last time we'll sit in this together.
everything for the van was so expensive, but it felt more of like an investment, whereas like this house doesn't feel like that to me. It feels temporary. So I feel like, why spend so much money on these things when it's not permanent, it's not a home.
But neither is this. That's why people don't do campers. Like, I mean, they do the truck campers, because the van is temporary. The van can only last so many miles. And then you're sitting there saying, well, this is not a forever thing, whereas those truck campers can go from car to car to car to car and last much longer.
Yeah, I guess I'm just saying that, like, when we got this van, there was a lot of fees, upfront fees.
Yeah.
But it, like, didn't seem that way because it was an investment.
That's true, yeah, exactly.
Whereas, like, now, it feels like everything is so much money when it's not even comparable. We're talking, like, $10,000 to $140,000.
I know. You're right. Yep.
But it feels so much more daunting and, like, stupid and...
Good point, right? But meanwhile,
like
a bed.
And we would do Amazon orders for the van, like hundreds and hundreds of dollars, and like, you know, picking out all the things.
I mean, the fridge alone was $1,500. Toilet was sitting; it was $1,000. Simply Safe was $400.
We're going with Jerry, so we'll save money.
Yeah.
We got a decent deal for the actual vehicle, and to think about it empty is so weird. I can still see it.
You sitting at the Chipotle.
And we took it to our apartment. And we took it to our apartment and like stood in it, and we were like, oh my god, wow. We played Bob Marley in the front seats.
Fun.
And then when we waited for them to deliver the van, and we were just waiting and waiting and waiting.
It was so bad.
And we were on a walk, and then we saw them, and we were like running.
I know. There's so much
Even
ups and
that
downs.
Started off wrong. There was like weird shit in the van.
I know. The way that we're living in this apartment, where we have a nice couch and a nice bed and a nice bathroom and a nice garage and car and like these little outdoor seats on both sides of our house, like the simplicity makes life so much more enjoyable and easy. Simple life means happiness, and the more complex you make life, the more chaotic. Life is filled with so much stress already, and van life is supposed to be relaxing. You're just chilling, but it's not always like that. You do have to find water. Every day is different. There's not a day that's like I just go to sleep knowing I know where my bed is. I know where I'm sleeping. I know I'm going to shower. I know where I'm going to get water. And, you know, that stress just really wears on you. And it's supposed to be very freeing. But in ways, an apartment is more freeing because you don't worry if anything goes wrong. You just get it fixed for free. And you don't have that stress of if something goes wrong, I'm fucked. Being in a new place like here, where we do have the perfect time of the year right now.
I always felt really like safe in here though.
Yeah, it's true.
I always felt like really safe, and
This is our home. But we felt the same way in our other vans. You know? And those were still tough to sell because they were our home. They were ours.
yeah.
I mean, you can't compare renting to owning a van.
Especially when it's exactly what you wanted it to be.
Especially when you built it. I mean, we didn't build it, but you designed it.
Customized it. Every little thing.
Yeah, I mean, It's bittersweet, but I'm ready for the next thing.
Do a family photo.
Okay.
All right, we're leaving. Say goodbye. Goodbye. Bye, Bobbie. Bittersweet. Say goodbye.
Bye.
To Bobbie.
To Bobbie.
Bye, Bobbie.
Oh, bye, Bob. Well, I'll see you tomorrow.
Bob.
So.
In the next 3 days.
In the next 2 days, yeah, we'll get to know each other real well in the next few days.
All right, let's go. Goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye. All right. Day of.
Crazy to think about.
About to leave. You put all your stuff in the fridge?
Yep.
Weird. Bye. Love you. You wanna take a... Say goodbye. Bye.
Bye.
Bye. I'll miss you. Bye. You got it.
You got it.
Buckle. Love you.
Love you, babe.
Say goodbye to it for me.
Oh, I will.